again, everyone. Hope you're all having fun engaging with our talks and activities on this Saturday afternoon. Today's panel discussion focuses on the omnipresent question, why communities? How they are nurtured and how can we leverage them to scale new heights, personally and professionally. The women in the panel today have all been leading communities for years, and they have been instrumental in taking their chapters to the next level. Along with being great professionals, they are exceptional leaders. From being the attendees in their communities, to being team members, to volunteering, to being responsible for tasks, to owning and organizing an entire event, these women have done it all. We have with us WTM ambassadors from 5 different communities who are doing amazing work. Let's put our hands together for Dhruva Shastri from Ahmedabad, Punita Ojha from Udaipur, Annapurna Agarwal from Bhubaneswar, and Aditi Soni from Pune. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you, Usha, and hello, everyone.
Let's start with a round of introductions. Please share a little bit more about yourself. Aditi, let's start with you.
Hey Usha. So first of all, I'm really very excited to be here today to be part of this online event where we have ability to reach so many people at once than we could ever imagine. So thank you so much for having us. And talking about myself, I'm working as a software engineer at Consultat. And apart from that, I am Women Tech Makers Ambassador for Pune chapter. I've been part of this awesome community for about 4 years now. And this community has given me the sense of possibility and exposure to always grow and fly higher. I got ample of opportunities to improve myself personally and professionally, and I'm one of the Google India Udacity Nano Degree scholars. And last year, Women Tech Makers has granted me travel to Madrid, Spain at Firebase Summit to be one of the potential women in tech. So I feel grateful to be part of such a community where people from different corners of the world share the same set of energy and thoughts.
That's amazing. Congratulations for your achievements. Punita, can you please share a bit about yourself?
So, hi everyone. I'm Punita from Google Developers Group Udaipur and Women Tech Makers Udaipur. I'm currently working as full stack web developer at Sanskrit Corporation. I'm also passionate about machine learning and I've pursued my machine learning engineer nano degree from Udacity. I'm also passionate about meeting new people and organizing events. And I'm glad and excited to be the part of this panel discussion today.
Wonderful. Thank you. Annapurna, please share about yourself.
First of all, thanks, Usha, for having me as a part of this panel. I feel great to be among such energetic techies and participate in IWD India 2020. I'm Annapurna from Women Tech Maker Bhubaneswar. Well, speaking about myself, I started my career as a software engineer, working for other people and writing codes. And along with that, I used to create online content for my passion, educational video content for various platforms like YouTube, Pact, and Vato. And eventually, after spending a couple of years with GDG community, I realized how I liked spending time connecting to people, making networks, and sharing what I know. So I switched to being a full-time content creator for the online educational platform Pluralsight and building community and working for Women Tech Makers India.
Thank you, Annapurna. Over to you, Dhruva. Please share about yourself.
Firstly, there were amazing sessions so far today. And happy to see the enthusiasm of participants as well. So thank you, Usha, for inviting us for this Mega IWD India Summit 2020. Saying about me, I work as an associate executive at allevents.in. Being a people's person, I love to interact with the new people each day and know their stories. So from 2014, I have been with GDG Ahmedabad, and I learned and grew with a progressive level. Since then, I am with this community for almost more than 6+ years. Being a community passionate and enthusiast about empowering women in every possible ways, I get an opportunity to work for their betterment by being an ambassador for WTM Ahmedabad and facilitator for I Am Remarkable initiative, which allows me to inspire them and provide them novel opportunities for their growth. And that way, I constantly try towards building a community that fosters women to stand out different amongst all.
Wonderful. Thank you. About me, alongside being GDG WTM ambassador from Vizag, I'm a tech entrepreneur. I'm the co-founder of a product company, Gurujada. We are into online teaching and conferencing. Going on to the next question. GDG and WTM communities are actually safe havens for women and men and others to come together to learn, share, collaborate on something they deeply care about. My question to you, Aditi, is what do you think? Why do you think communities are important? What drove you to be part of a community like this?
So I feel that not just limited to tech, but communities are valuable in any field because it is that space where like-minded individuals come together to accomplish single goal. No matter whether you are a doctor, teacher, or a developer, and the journey of achieving that goal is unique for each individual. We rise by lifting others. So if you will ask for one hand to hold, you'll have 100. And that is the power of community. This is what drove me to be in the community like this. I feel free to make mistakes. I get inspired every day from the commendable work people around me are doing. And I always have something to look up to apart from my work. It makes me feel like I'm adding something to the society in some way. And to be honest, this community has changed my life in the past 4 years from a naive college student to being here a panelist.
Wonderful, so inspiring. Punita, we want to listen from you. How has being part of a community helped you?
So yeah, if I talk about myself, it was not like day one where I realized that the communities are going to do good to me. It was only when I experienced that I realized it. So there was a youth organization in my city, ISIC, which was organizing a group discussion round. I just raised my hand up and volunteered for that group discussion round. Post that, I got selected in working with that organization. So, as an engineering college student, I also got an opportunity to go out and do client meetings, corporate appointments, and also organize business events at the same time. I worked there as marketing head for 1 year and 7 months. And post then, when I started retrospecting, I realized that I became a strong believer of the fact that amazing things can happen when like minded people come together. Just one example which I would like to share with you is it has changed me from an introvert person to an extrovert person. Today, when I go out and I say to my friends that I'm actually an introvert person, they say me, stop the white lie, Punita. So that is how it has actually happened. And post then, since that GD round, I have never looked back. I have actually explored communities into different domains and dimensions, right from participating into youth friendly organizations to social initiatives to entrepreneurship clubs to tech communities like GDGs and WTMs. I have experienced it all. I strongly endorse that communities are important in every field, be it photography, be it media industry, tech industry, or entrepreneurship, whatever it is, because it has helped me both in my personal as well as professional life. Trust me, communities have challenged me in phenomenal ways, and it has not just challenged me, but it has also provided me with the energy, enthusiasm, aura, and the solutions to overcome those challenges. It has actually helped me in setting my benchmarks a little higher.
Wonderful. So nice hearing that. Being a community leader actually opens up multiple opportunities, helps challenge us more actually. But it is these challenges and it develops that tenacity for us as well to overcome these challenges, to better ourselves. With that, actually, we will come to the next question. So I would like to ask you, Annapurna, can you share about the challenges that you have faced in your community journey and the way that you overcome them?
Yes, this is a very interesting question I would like to answer. We are all well aware of the 9 to 5 jobs which everyone is got into, mostly everyone. On the weekend, when we get time, we usually feel like we should take rest, and it is most common with most of the people. Quite understandable, right? Now, somehow, if a few people are motivated to come to the community events to learn things, now everyone who comes to the community doesn't have a same level of understanding. We can't expect them to have same understanding of the subject. Now, I had started my career in GDG Bhubaneswar as a speaker, and soon after a couple of sessions I realized that not everyone in the audience, as I said, can be expected to have a same level of expertise in any subject, even though it is learning. So because of this reason, they grew reluctant to be the part of the session the next time, or the next session, as I can say. So it is again a human nature. We don't like to be at some place where we don't feel as competent as others who are around. It takes time to get used to it and learn from people. So it takes time to get involved, and this led to the reduction in the consistency or the retention of the audience. So this was one of the biggest challenge which we had to overcome. And so, as an experiment, because I was also relatively new to the community, I started going to the audience, speaking to them personally, making a little more face to face connection so that I know them and they know me. Like we had in one of our sessions, the speaker say that everyone likes to be in the spotlight, right? So if you give them the spotlight, they feel important, they feel valued to the community. And this is how it started growing. They started coming to the regular events and participating. So this is what I think I did something on the positive part, and I feel great about it.
Wonderful. That is so inspiring. Dhruva, yours is one of the biggest communities in India. Kindly share the kind of challenges you faced and how you overcome it. Your learnings, please.
I would say a few root causes as challenges I found while doing events and networking, and as much as I got to travel in India. That due to our traditional Indian brought up, females themselves are actually satisfied with their jobs and the life they are living, or even if they are not happy with their professional career, they still continue because don't find that strong support to help them take those risks and get out of it. Also, they were afraid to stretch themselves and go that extra mile apart from the regular day job to learn something new and grab the opportunities. They had a myth that volunteering to communities would be an extra load to them. So basically, there was a lack of motivation and inspiration that I found. And to bring solution to that, I invested my time and efforts in counseling and making them understand the reality of shared collaboration to demystify their myths, and brought them to the events gradually, showed them the other female leaders climbing ladders of success by getting opportunities with real time examples like our own first WTM lead, Miss Vaibhavi Desai, and all speakers across the globe, and speakers taking sessions and engage them in confidence building activities by giving them a chance to take short talks or lightning talks. And in a way, gradually they found interest and now taking sessions and doing valuable contributions. So I would say understand and analyzing our people, inspirational talks and engaging activities, and a personalized and empathetic touch worked very well for us.
Absolutely. There is no denying that. It's a lot of hard work, but team effort makes it so much doable and fun. That is what it matters. This brings me to the next question. What makes your community different? For Vizag, it is the student demographic. We are being identified as a tech community where students from across the city and the state leverage to learn, experiment, share. It's inspiring to see professionals, freelancers, entrepreneurs joining the tribe. The energy is contagious and we are growing from strength to strength. It's actually a win-win, and our community initiated that. Aditi, I want to ask you, what is your take on that? What makes your community different?
That's a tough question, but I would like to start with giving my example. Okay, so I started my community journey as an attendee from Indore, and when I attended that first meetup, I was not really very sure where I was and what is in it for me. But I continued being part of that space, keeping all my fears and hesitations aside. And I started interacting with professionals, experts, and freelancers, and making the most out of my weekends. And that has helped me to evolve drastically during my college life. And that is benefiting even me in my professional life. So soon after that, I managed to lead the community for Indore. And initially, the struggles were really hard, but I always had people in the community to get my back. So they have never made me feel like that I don't belong there, or I am lacking something, or I'm less experienced. Even though being the youngest, my efforts, my thoughts, my inputs were always appreciated. And there was a time when I moved out of Indore for a job, and that was the point I felt like now the community stuff is over for me. I have now nothing to look up to. But I was wrong. Moving to Pune was a good decision, and Pune community has welcomed me with open arms. And being lead here, I can see those college students attending events, doing innovation, and making their contribution. So I must say I have experience for both the communities, and they both are unique in their own way, which I cannot explain.
Absolutely, so true. Once a WTM ambassador, that feeling is always there, and that ownership from the community is also there. Very nice. So, Punita, can you share your thoughts on what makes your community unique and different?
Yeah, definitely. As I mentioned in my previous answer, that I was already the part of so many communities. There was always something within me somewhere that there should be something like this for technology as well. I would say it was not a dream exactly, but a fantasy kind of an idea somewhere at the back of my mind. And that's when I came across DDGs and WTMs. And I would like to mention that my first event was not a huge success. Then I went out to pitch tech communities to people in my city, and what I realized was tech communities sounded to them more like synonyms of computer science class. And that was the point when I realized tech communities are not something that we pitch to people. It is something which people experience. So we went down and strategized our events into smaller numbers and smaller counts initially. So I remember my very first event, which I did. It was just a 21 days of campaign with about 21 girls, and we named that event as Code Chicks. We conceptualized the ideas like girls teaching girls how to code, peer programming. We connected them to industry mentors, and what we observed towards the end of the workshop were remarkable changes. Like these were students who hated computer science to them designing their very first emoji application. And it's not just that. Apart from that, we also added flavors like we gave a lot of first time speakers the opportunity to come and speak on our platform. I've seen people who are nervous 10 minutes before the talk, and right when they go on stage, it's just sometimes a 3 minutes of pep talk, that is all they need. And when they go up on the stage, they are just remarkable. The difference that they are making by imparting knowledge to our audience is something which is totally amazing. So these first time speakers later on became regular speakers for our events, and they not only helped us in delivering tech talks, but also helped us in organizing the event at a later stage. So with our community, time and over again, we have brainstormed upon the fact that how we can add more values to all the stakeholders of our community. And it's the love and support of the people of our community which is actually helping us going as well as growing.
I cannot agree more with you. It is perfect, actually. That is what makes it different. Moving on, Annapurna, what do you think it takes to lead a community? Can you share your journey on how you got here?
Yeah, sure. Now, first, there are two important things I would like to mention about what it takes to lead a community. The first being patience. Patience, because every time when we plan something, although there are numerous efforts or hand involved, not everything goes according to the plan every time. So we need to be patient. We need to be calm about how to handle those situations. Now, that is the number one quality I would say for a leader. Now, the second one is teamwork. Teamwork, because community is all about people. It is for people, it is by people, and it is from people. So, community just can't exist alone. So, it has, as our speaker said, we work with people and not with tech. So, teamwork is another important thing. Now, about my journey of getting here, I have been into GDG since 6 years. I had started as a speaker, and then I continued organizing events, volunteering for those, finding speakers, talking to the audience, and now I'm ambassador at WTM Bhubaneswar, representing and building community of women techies all around the city.
Wow. Congratulations on that. Dhruva, how did you get into leading a community? Can you share your journey?
From my experience, if I say leadership is an evolving process, we work, we make mistakes, learn from those failures, and succeed at the end. And first, it definitely requires constant passion, and dedication to run a community. So, few of the traits that have helped me to lead community better is to be authentic, deep listening, showing appreciation, sharing power, and creating leaders, and lead by example. And last but very important is to be empathetic, to understand and validate different viewpoints and the feelings of our community members to serve them better as per their expectations. Now, talking about my journey, it started with GDG Ahmedabad by attending DevFest 2013, and later on I started volunteering from IWD Celebration 2014. And looking at my dedication and contributions towards the community, I then got promoted as WTM lead, which refers to WTM ambassador now. During my journey with communities, I have been fortunate to forward the help by giving talks or helping other communities by sharing my learnings with them or spreading awareness about the novel opportunities from across the globe. Saying about mine, I became a facilitator for I'm Remarkable initiative introduced last year, which is a personality branding workshop. And after conducting those workshops, it's so happy to see that attendees from that have become facilitators and conducting to their own workshops. So those are the satisfactory outputs that we can generate by leading as an example. Likewise, if I talk about women take makers, it gives excellent opportunities to flourish by providing scholarships, travel grants, as Aditi mentioned, access to courses, and lot more. And community provides a safe place to talk about our concerns, networking with like-minded people, access to experts, and platform to break our barriers of public speaking. So it's the power of community that has made me stand where I am today and have given the blessings to be a part of one's success by my 2 cents of contribution.
Absolutely. There is a lot of hard work there. And those are exactly the characteristics needed by a true leader. We must all have received some advice that helped us in our personal, professional life immensely. For me, it was from my mentor who said, stand up for yourself, no passing the buck, own up and take charge. Just like Sonia had said previously, I can choose to write my story. So, moving on to the next question, Annapurna, can you please give some advice that you received which helped you immensely?
Yes, sure. My mentor always says this, that if you enjoy your work, you're going to you're going to go high. Focus on your work. Success, fame, money, all this will follow eventually. So what we need to focus on is the work, and the byproducts will come by itself. Well, since the day I have started implementing it, it does what it says, and I work with a happy mind, not being bothered about anything else.
Wonderful. Punita, what has been the advice that impacted your journey?
So, if I talk about best advice, I received it while working with my first boss, who is also a mentor to me. He asked me to keep an idea book with me always, to go out in my surroundings and figure out the problems, whatever I see, and also write all the possible solutions of those problems into that idea book. He basically asked me to write all the good, bad, and the crazy ideas into that idea book. And once I'm done with that, I can start prioritizing upon those ideas and not just limited to that. I need to prepare action items upon the prioritized ideas. And then I need to add those action items into the Google Calendar. So on a Sunday morning or maybe sometime around the weekend, my Google Calendar prompts me, "Hey Punita, what do you think? How well prepared are we to launch our stage one of a new project?" Something like that. So it has actually helped me in keeping the procrastination away and also execute my ideas at that point of time. So I would suggest everyone to have those two tools. One is Idea Book and two is Google Calendars.
Those are fantastic tips. Girls, I would suggest look at the problems around you and figure out how to solve them with tech, without tech. These tips are for you. Coming on to the next question, the theme of IWD this year is Together We Rise, and it has never been a better time for this than now. It is teamwork and lifting each other up that helps us rise together. I would like to ask Dhruva, how do you think we can all be stakeholders in each other's successes?
As one quote says, travel is good for soul and experiences are necessary for growth. Now, online is the new era. Either we can travel or not. So we are not bounded by geographical boundaries to grab the opportunities and grow. Networking and collaboration have been easier, through which we can get to know the hurdles that other people in the world are facing, and we can share our learnings and experiences and vice versa. It creates that inclusive environment for everyone to share ideas fearlessly, which opens the door for innovations too. So it's a pleasure actually to be in a global communities like women tech makers or sisters communities, etc., that we get a chance to map the skill sets of community members to opportunities across the globe. And that's why we are able to forward the help we received and being stakeholders for one another's achievements.
Can't agree more. Cliché as it sounds, if we lift each other as we climb, it is only then that we can all rise together. So, Aditi, how can we help each other rise together? What's your take on this?
So I must say I have very similar take, just like Dhruva, but let me put it this way. So when community comes to my mind, global community specifically, one thing which comes to my mind is diversity. So diversity helps us recognize and respect ways of being that not necessarily your own. We in this global community may have different cultures, languages, and countries, but one thing which binds us together is our common struggles and hardships. So this community acts as a bridge to fill in the gaps between us and bring different things to the table. A safe space to express, speak, and support. So I would like to conclude it like this. If you have two hands, one, you should help yourself, and with one, you should always help others. And pass on the best of what you have received to be a stakeholders in each other's success.
So true. And that is the exact spirit of WTM throughout the country and the world. Coming to the last question, as community leaders, what is the one advice or tip you want to leave our audience with today? I would like to ask Dhruva first. Yeah.
So I would say either it's a personal growth or a professional or a community contribution. When you don't know how to do a task, say yes to it, learn that thing, and make it happen. It means that learn to take those risks. It will either be learning or a success or both.
Absolutely. Aditi, please share that one advice that you would give to people listening to this discussion today.
So I think the only limit we have is our imagination. So you are always bigger than what you have set for yourself. So don't be afraid to explore, innovate, and broaden your horizons. Because like if you do something today that your future self will be thank you for.
Absolutely. Annapurna, what do you have to leave us with?
Before I share mine, I would like to give 100 points to Dhruva and another 100 to Aditi. I totally agree with them. Now, what I would like to say is it is very important that we value ourselves. Now, we have worked, each one of us has worked very far to reach wherever we are. Let's say, for example, if we are able to do something, any task, maybe a debugging or anything at all, if we are able to achieve it in 2 minutes right now, it has taken us maybe a couple of years to reach where we are, to be able to do that by practicing, by exploring. So you have worked a lot on yourself, so never look down upon yourself. That's all I would like to say.
Wonderful. Punita, please share your advice. People listening.
So while I agree with all of the above, I would like to add that keep celebrating yourself constantly at your workplace. Whatever you do with lot of love and passion. And no matter how many hardships and challenges you encounter in the process, it's very important to keep that craze alive. Thank you.
True that. Stand up for yourself because if you don't, nobody will.
Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Yes. I would like to chip in too, my two bits. So I would like to say to everyone actually, we should all strive to be the sought, not the seeker. Let's make a niche, a mark for ourselves, and jobs, opportunities, they'll come seeking for us. But let us try to make that niche and put all our energies to create that wonderful masterpiece. With this, ladies, we bring this discussion to an end. Thank you for sharing your stories with us. To all the attendees out there, we hope this discussion piqued your interest and inspired you to not only participate, but also take the lead in the growth story of your communities. Over to you, Lakshya.